I call the member for Indi.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Prime Minister. Prime Minister, as you would be aware, regional broadcasters are running a campaign asking their MPs to change the rules. It seems we've reached an impasse on media reform, and I really do appreciate that consensus is your aim, but this is eluding us. Can you tell me what is the way forward for the 120,000 of my constituents who rely on regional TV services for their local news and information?
I call the Prime Minister.
Well, I do thank the member for Indi for a question, and I do accept that in the area of media regulation it is pretty clear that the technology is running ahead of the regulation. There's no doubt that that's the case. The trouble with the regulation of the media is that to change one thing impacts on everything, and that's why it's important to be careful before we make changes here. I have to say that the government is reluctant to make change in this area until we are confident that the changes that we have in mind are right, and the best way to be confident that the changes that we have in mind are right is if they have secured a measure of consensus in the sector, and that, to his credit, is what the Minister for Communications is working to achieve. Without a measure of consensus in the sector, the risk is that, were we to make change, we would simply be taking sides in a commercial dispute, and that's the last thing any sensible government would want to do.